Your boy, the right brother. I'm back, baby. I'm back. I had to wallow in my own shit, people. Why? Me and Interstate has parted ways. Yes, Interstate and I has parted ways. I completely shot myself in the foot when it comes to Interstate distributor, or whatever you want to call them. What happened? It wasn't nothing from like my trolls or nothing like that. So yeah, you can stop beating your dick to that one. Basically, the way I look at it, I poked the beehive. I poked the beehive, and I got stung in the butt, and now I'm over here butt hurt. You know, but we have parted ways. Right now I'm sitting here about to go to orientation for another company that I'm going to lease on to. Yeah, that's why I ain't been doing videos in a while, because I've been butthurt. Thousands of dollars I was making. Last week when me and Interstate parted ways, I was already at $3,200 on a Wednesday, and all my paperwork needed to be due Saturday by midnight. I was already at $3,200 on Wednesday. So that means I could have took another load that Wednesday, took a load Thursday that got there on Friday, then took a load Friday that got there on Saturday, and turned my paperwork in. I would have been over I'm sure I would have been over the $4,500 mark. But I shot myself in the foot. And it hurt, because you know I'm a stickler for my plan. You know, I did my plan on point. Everything fell in place. But I shot myself in the foot. So now, basically, when they told me that, hey, you know what, we're parting ways because of blase, whoop de whoop, and I'm like, for real? They were like, yeah. I was like, all right, well, whatever. I was on a mad scramble to find somebody to lease on, because with Quality, you have 10 days after they send a letter of that they're not basically fucking with you no more. You have 10 days to find somebody to lease on to, or you have to turn the truck in, which I'm not attached to this truck, so I would have turned it in. And found me a company job, restructured, and got back out there. But luckily, I found another company. There's actually 3 companies that wanted me to lease on to them. The only thing is, I'm not going to be able to pick my own loads. That was one thing that I was real particular about, is I wanted to pick my own loads. I'm still probably gonna make good money, because from what I hear, this particular company has a lot of freight. And talking to a couple of the drivers, they were just like, basically, you go where you want. So if you want to go to Texas, before you hang the phone up, they have your load to Texas. You know, if you want to go to over here and over there. So I still be able to get down to Surrey, and I still be able to get over to Trucker Brown and go holler at Lil Sean and Miss Cocoa Shea Butter number 123. Lil Sean, that's what I call your wife, man. Cocoa Shea Butter, and then I add a random number at the end. Hopefully you don't mind, and hopefully she don't get mad at me. But yeah, so I go over there and holler at Lil Sean and Cocoa Shea Butter number 3, and I want to eat something cooked out those fancy pots with the flowers on them that Lil Sean has. Shoot, I want to drive up in the street and crack the street. You know what I'm saying? Trucker Brown got to do it. I want to do it too. Yeah, but and what made it even worse is that they let me go a day before the pay period. So they let me go on a Thursday. Pay period was on Friday. I was gonna get my first check Friday, but because they let me go on that Thursday, now I have to wait up to 45 days just to get those checks. So mom at the house, you know, and lucky for me, I got a very supportive woman. She was like, baby, hey, you know what? Shit happens. I'm knowing you're gonna find a way to get through it and make things happen for us. And so shout out to my woman for that, for because you got some women that could have been like, you know, why the fuck you do that? Why you do? You fucking up this, and you know we need this and that. Nah, my woman, she didn't snap. She probably wanted to. I was joking with her, because she was dyeing her hair because she got a couple gray strands now because of me, because I be stressing her out. And I was like, well, you might have to buy 2 boxes, because you know that gray getting kind of thick. She's like, shut up, you know. But that's my lady. I love her. But yeah. That's why I haven't made videos in about a week. And listen, I ain't made videos in about a week, and I'm noticing a trend. that when I ain't making videos, y'all gonna let Trucker Brown come over here and stunt on you. Y'all letting Trucker Brown stunt on y'all, bruh. Listen, Trucker Brown is like a faucet. If you don't put a plug on it, he gonna continue to flow, man. He gonna flood all y'all motherfuckers. Stop Trucker Brown. Hashtag stop Trucker Brown. He is not the king. He's not reign supreme in this motherfucker. Trucker Brown. See, no, don't worry about it, because you think your brownie towel flannel jacket is better than my crisp Pro Club? Look at this. Look at this. Look at the way it sits on my shoulders. Look at the way it complements the little bit of neck that I got. Look at the way that the radiance bounce off the shirt onto the beard and bounce onto the shirt. Trucker Brown, I'm coming for you. Think you the freshest in the game, bruh. Now he want to grow a beard, like, you know what I mean? Now he want to grow a beard on his face, you know what I'm saying? He see how good I look at it. I look with it. Now he want to duplicate what I'm doing. Nah, Trucker Brown, I'm back, bruh. I'm back. Once I get done with this orientation, I'm going to shoot another video on how to start a business with $170. Exactly. What? Exactly. Start your business. Now, you know, you got Chasing Andrews that got the $10,000 for his capital knowledge. $170. You need $170 in a truck where you ain't got to pay your truck note for 2 weeks. That's how I did it, and this is how I'm going to tell you how it would have got done if I didn't shoot myself in the foot. But the next company I'm going with, I'm not going to tell y'all what company that is. You know what I'm saying? Just for the simple fact that because I put interstate, you know, I did what Casanova Roar said not to do. I glorified a company because I really wanted to get y'all information and get people out there so they can take the next step in their evolution. It came back and it bit me in the ass. Plain and simple, bit me in the ass. Like, if I wouldn't have put interstate in none of that shit, then they wouldn't even known I had a YouTube. But because I put their stuff in there and they have a guy who do the social media, and you know, they came out and all that motherfucking bullshit. But it is what it is. When I tell you I booked it from Oregon, lucky for me though, lucky for me, I had just, the fuel in Oregon was $1.50 a gallon, and I topped my tanks all the way off. And I'm gonna tell you, to bobtail from Oregon, from the part of Oregon I was in, which is called Troutdale. I was in Troutdale, Oregon, back down here to Southern California. Only took me a half a tank. That's over 1,000 something miles. Took me a half a tank. You know, but if all else failed, if I couldn't lease on, I had to get a truck back, I probably would have just went back to Swift, or I would have did just a regular company thing. That's the good thing about having a Class A license, people. Took me less than a week to find another job. Boom. I got let go on Thursday. Wednesday, I'm at orientation. Just like that. You know what I'm saying? That is about it. So any information you have, I'm going to probably do one more video about interstate. Nah, fuck that. I ain't doing no video about that. If you got any questions for interstate, about interstate, Freedom Board or whatever, I never touched it. I never touched it. So you'll probably have to call a recruiter. You know, you can ask if I have some information. Listen, Interstate is a good company. Don't get me wrong. The week and a half I was with them, it was gravy. I made $2,200 my first week, and the second week I was already at, like I said, $3,200 on Wednesday. So I would have cleared a nice. I would have netted a nice after everything, and this is without truck note. I still didn't have a truck note then. So that's how I would have got my capital. That's how I'm gonna tell you how to start. Anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all go. It's almost time for me to go to orientation. It's the right brother. I'm back, baby. I done waddled. I done had my heart attacks. I done stressed, and now I'm back. I'm about to sign on with another company, and go make this money. It is what it is. I holla. Peace.